Silence is underestimated. In a study published in Frontiers in Psychology, researchers found that excessive environmental noise can negatively impact memory and productivity. Blocking these external sounds, whether with earplugs or noise-canceling headphones, can create a mental space of calm and focus. Imagine sitting down to reflect or read a book without the interruptions of a noisy world. By reducing noise, you not only improve your ability to concentrate but also create an ideal environment for deeper interpretations. Try using earplugs during your focus moments and notice how your mind thanks you for the space created. Let me quickly share how I discovered the power of this tool. I used to work as a bartender in a bustling cocktail bar. There was a main bar and a secondary one where the DJ played. The music would get louder whenever he arrived, and to make things worse, the speakers in the second bar weren't the best. Soon enough, I began experiencing headaches every time I worked there. Trusting my role and my relationship with my supervisor, I started wearing earplugs, and my job performance didn't decline. It's hard to understand a customer's drink order in a noisy environment. Over time, every bartender develops the skill of lip reading. Additionally, in a loud setting, when you block your ears and someone speaks close to one, you can perfectly understand what they said because their voice becomes the focal point. After this experience, I invested in AirPods with noise cancellation, and I can't remember the last time I left the house without them. Some people even asked how I managed to read while listening to music. I would laugh and reply that I wore headphones precisely to hear nothing. I spent half of my work breaks eating and the other half listening to a self-awareness podcast with active noise cancellation to slow down the fast pace my role demanded. I realized I returned to work feeling energetic, with elevated clarity and focus, thanks to the good food I ate and the mental rest I allowed myself. No matter the environment you're in, there are always ways to improve it, regardless of the circumstances. That was just the beginning. Together with the next item, my routine organization was transformed. A wristwatch with a timer. Whenever I sat down to read a book, I followed a 3-step ritual. Sit in the armchair, set a 25-minute timer, following the Pomodoro technique, and read without distractions. Initially, I used the timer for reading blocks but soon realized it could be applied to various other activities, short workouts, meditation moments, or even organizing a specific space. Over time, the soft alarm sound at the end of each cycle became a symbol of accomplishment, a small signal of progress that reinforced my motivation. It was as if each alarm said, "You did it, keep going." In Stoic philosophy, there's a concept called memento mori, which reminds us of life's finiteness and encourages us to use time wisely. When we set a timer, we are, in a way, affirming our intention to live the present moment with purpose. Are we using our time as an ally or letting it slip away? The activities I monitored included physical exercise, studying, meditation, and sleep. To track my progress, I'd set a timer for the activity, and once the time ended, I'd log the activity and its duration into my phone calendar before moving on to the next task. Over time, a colorful visual image of my routine formed, categorized by activity, each with its respective color. This brings me to the final object that formed the structural triad of my actions. If you're not used to a digital calendar, you can substitute it with a physical planner. Record the duration of the conscious habit you're trying to develop, and once the time is up, log it into your planner and move on to the next task. Use different colored pens to highlight categories, making tracking more intuitive. For example, if you struggle to stay hydrated throughout the day, try setting a 10-minute timer and challenge yourself to drink a liter of natural water during that time, preferably between meals. Log the amount consumed into your planner as well. Over time, I noticed these 3 simple items helped me accomplish what I set out to do, even minimally. If I found myself waiting in line, I'd pop in my earplugs, and the time spent reading while waiting passed quickly. The sense of control over my life increased, and each block of time recorded in the calendar became a motivator for the next day. Every habit is formed by a three-part cycle: trigger, routine, and reward. For instance, using earplugs can be the trigger to start a deep focus session, while the timer sets the activity duration, and the sense of productivity at the end serves as the reward. Understanding this cycle not only allows you to create new habits but also helps replace undesirable ones. To break a negative habit, such as excessive time on social media, try substituting it with something that provides a similar reward. If the appeal of social media is consuming quick and varied information, consider listening to podcasts or reading short and engaging books. A podcast on topics of interest or a collection of short stories can satisfy the same curiosity for new ideas but with fewer distractions. Even after several years, I still use this triad. Although I've switched from a digital calendar to spreadsheets for tracking content production time or sleep quality, I recently decided to return to the calendar for simpler activities, especially after abruptly falling out of routine due to a move abroad. Habit formation is rooted in neuroscience. Researchers at Duke University found that about 45% of our daily actions are driven by automatic habits rather than conscious choices. This means our habits profoundly influence the direction our lives take. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Remember, effectiveness lies in simplicity. You don't need complex tools or sophisticated methods to create an efficient and balanced routine. By integrating simple objects like earplugs, a timer, and a calendar into your routine, you are using triggers to reinforce these habits. Associating a timer with your work session or opening your calendar at the start of the day creates a structure that makes habits more consistent. Don't miss our next video, where we'll explore how to maintain motivation during your personal growth journey.